Spring trends are popping up all over the place, and today I want to talk to you guys all about spring denim trends, what trends I will be wearing and which ones I'm going to be skipping. In my recent video all about spring color trends, I actually asked what you guys thought, if you wanted to see a video about this, and so many of you were interested in seeing my thoughts. Now for 2025, I have been trying to get away from my kind of bad cycle of purchasing every year new items. And as we get into spring, we are all getting those days here or there that pop up and are a little bit warmer, and we just get so excited. Everyone's showing new spring trends, new outfits, new looks, and we tend to then purchase items that we really don't need. And this year I have been trying to make a conscious effort to really shop my closet more, to look at what I already own and kind of reevaluate whether I need new items whenever the new season is coming. And it's been quite a process. Now with that on my channel, I've kind of changed things up and I've been discussing trends a little bit more and how I'm going to incorporate them in, or maybe just talking about trends that don't work for me now that I'm in my 50s, not because I'm 50, but just because I don't feel that need anymore to keep up with the newest trend. I try to find items that I already have in my closet, and I suggest you do the same. And I've been trying to make a conscious effort to really kind of look at the trends a little bit more, find what works for my body type, for my style, for my age, and then really kind of incorporate it in either with what I have, or I try to kind of find what that hole is or that item I'm missing in my wardrobe, if it works for my style, and then kind of look for the exact piece that will work for me long term, not just for whatever the trend is currently. Now, I actually also talked about this little bit in my clean out video. I went through and cleaned out every shoe, every bag, every pair of jeans, every top, every blazer, and really just kind of honed in on when I look at my closet that really excites me, or I really like, or I know fits me well. So this video is actually going to be a lot easier for me now because I've already cleaned out my closet and I know what works for me, and then where I actually have holes in my wardrobe that I need to fill in. So let's talk about these spring denim trends. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about, I just cannot get behind. And I see people of every age wearing this trend and trying to make it work. And I'm sure it can work for different people. And if you feel good in an item, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, right? Whether it's because you're following a trend or just because you truly love an item or feel great in an item. And this item that I'm talking about that I personally am going to be skipping on is barrel jeans. Now, for my own personal body type, I am more hourglass. I have a larger chest and I'm a little bit more hippie, but I'm a little bit smaller in my waist than those two areas. And barrel jeans to me are just not flattering on my body type. It has nothing to do with the fact that I am over 50. I have seen some great people that I follow that are over 50 wearing them and styling them. There are different cuts of them. Some are much more noticeable as far as how they bubble out on the sides. And then there are some that are just a little bit more subdued. So you really, if you want to try this trend, have to find a pair that is going to work for your body type. Now, if you are more of a straight body type or a rectangle, you're probably going to be able to pull this off a little bit better. If you're more pear-shaped, you're going to be like me, hourglass, it is not going to maybe work for you as well unless you find a pair that you really feel comfortable in. So that trend for me is a pass. The next one I'm going to talk about is denim on denim. Now this one I'm trying to get behind a little bit, but I'm working it in my own way. I personally don't wear a lot of denim on denim. However, if I do, I kind of want the denims to be different colors. I don't want it to be all monotone, very one color. I just need, for me personally, to break it up a little bit, maybe a darker denim on the bottom and more of a chambray on the top, or maybe mixing it up and doing more of a cream denim on top and a lighter denim on the bottom. I just personally feel like I have to be a little bit careful. I live in New England and I don't want to make it pull a little bit too kind of Western. That style does not fit for me or for my style words or what I feel comfortable kind of exuding as far as my style. So I really kind of have to work that in the right way. I do love seeing people style this way, and I really like the look of it. So this trend is one that I'm gonna work with. Next denim trend is wide leg jeans. Now this, I wanna say, really started peeking through, I wanna say probably last spring. I personally started really realizing it. I had been wearing wide leg pants for about a year, and then wide leg jeans really peaked in the fall. Now there are different styles of that. I personally have a wide leg jean that's a little bit shorter that I can wear with flats and sneakers. Then I have a cuffed wide leg jean that, for me personally, I've tried to wear it with either a ballet flat or a sneaker, and the cuff just doesn't work with that. So how I can wear the cuffed wide leg jean trend is by wearing it with more of a heel. And then I have a pair of wide leg jeans that are very elongating and very slim, but do need to be worn with a heel or a bootie. So that is me taking that wide leg trend, because I do like the look of a wide leg trend. However, a key for my body type as well, and for my own style words, is to really make sure that the top is a little bit more fitted, or I have some sort of blazer, coat, or something that kind of brings me in at the waist to then have that long wide leg jean. So this is definitely a trend that I am here for. Now the next trend kind of incorporates in with that wide leg trend, and it skews a little bit different, is a cuffed leg jean. Now, as I mentioned in the wide leg jean, I do have a cuffed pair that I am wearing. I'll be wearing it in through the spring more with a heel or kind of a pump, but I did wear it in the winter with a bootie. Now it is also starting to really make its way in with kind of a straight leg jean as well, cuffed for the spring. Now I can personally take my Not Your Daughter's jeans, which are my favorite straight leg jean, and cuff those going into the spring, which is a way that I'm going to take an item that I already own in my closet and incorporate it in. Now I have a feeling as we get in through summer, we're gonna see that cuff kind of go a little bit higher, not quite to a cropped jean, but a little bit higher on where it actually sits, as opposed to hitting at the ankle, maybe hitting just a little bit above the ankle. The next trend I'm gonna talk about is flared jeans. Now, flared jeans, a lot of us, if you are in your 50s like me, or maybe in your 40s a little bit, you are picturing more that flare, like 70s, like bell bottom style. Now, the flares that are coming out now are more of a boot cut that they are calling it. However, they do flare out a little bit more. I found a great pair this winter from edgy that are absolutely stunning. They elongate my leg. I do prefer a flare leg jean with a pointed toe. Now that can be a ballet flat or a pump or a bootie, but really that pointed toe continues on that long leg and really makes this trend look great on my body type. Now, I did also own a pair of Good American flare jeans from many years ago. I want to say 5 or 6 years. I did pull them back out. They are distressed. I am personally trying to kind of get away from distressed jeans a little bit, but I like distressed jeans in through the spring and summer. I don't wear them as much in the fall or the winter. I did bring that pair back out and put them out as an item that I'm going to pull out a little bit more in the spring and try and play with. Next trend is straight leg jeans, and if you know me and follow me for any period of time, you know I love a straight leg jean again with a pointed toe. It just elongates your legs. My all-time favorite ones are Not Your Daughter Maryland straight leg jeans. Oh my gosh, they just fit beautifully. They are so comfortable. They're under $100 price point, and they just are so flattering. When I did my closet clean out, I actually pulled out for spring my lighter colored pairs and put my darker colored ones kind of back in the closet. So this is a trend I am here for, and for my body type just looks so good. Now, another new trend that has been really kind of peeking back out is a slim straight leg jean. So not a skinny jean, but not a traditional straight leg jean like a rectangle. It definitely is a straight leg that goes in just a tiny bit towards the bottom. And I think this is going to be a very, very flattering jean in through the spring and summer. I think this looks great with ballet flats. This looks great with sneakers. I have a pair of jeans that I have loved for many years that I have in the regular length and the tall length from Gap. It was called like the vintage Washwell. They have not made it for quite a few years. I love it. It is one of my favorite jeans. And the tall version is actually, it's distressed, but it is this slim straight leg jean. The tall version of it hits at my ankle, but as I mentioned, it's distressed. I would really like to find a non-distressed, as I mentioned, I'm trying to get away from that a little bit, but a non-distressed pair of slim straight leg jeans. The next denim trend that we are seeing a lot, especially as we get in through spring and summer, is the white, or actually more so this year, the off-white kind of cream ivory jeans. Whether it's wide leg, whether it's straight leg, any of the ones I've talked about previously in this colorway, and I am here for it. As I mentioned, I live in New England. In the summers, I am in Cape Cod. It is cooler at night on Cape Cod. It is generally kind of a high of like the 80s during the day, and it can get down to the high 60s, low 70s in the evening. So I do wear a lot of kind of jeans or something like that, but I don't want to wear a heavy denim. So a white or an off-white are a great option. I do have a pair of off-white wide leg jeans. I wear them year round. I've worn them in the winter. I wore them to a Christmas party. I love them. I do have quite a few pairs of white denim, but I do not tend to grab for a true white denim, which is interesting. So more towards the off-white. I feel like off-white just has more of an elegant feel. That's just my feel on it. I don't know why. I just am really excited for this trend going in through spring and summer. The next trend is the printed or embellished kind of denim trend. We're seeing a lot of leopard denim. We're seeing those, I don't know, I think of when I was growing up as like probably middle school, that embellished denim that kind of had like crystals on it, an embellishment around the pockets or down the sides. This to me reads a trend that you're gonna know when someone bought these jeans in the future. And unless it is one that you absolutely love or just feels great on you, I feel like this trend is kind of gonna go to the wayside kind of quickly. I love a leopard print. You can see I've got a pair of leopard shoes right back here. I love a leopard bag. I've got a leopard bootie over here. I love a leopard belt. I love a little pop of leopard. However, for me, the leopard denim is just not a trend I'm going to get on. And as far as the embellished denim, again, I feel like it is just something, it just really doesn't show the style. It just doesn't work well for me and my style. The next trend is a cropped wide leg jean. This is a tough one for me. As I mentioned, I am more hourglass. This can make me look very wide and very boxy. Now, the interesting part of that is not a denim is I do have some linen pants that I wear in the summer that are more cropped like this. but they flow away from the body a little bit more, whereas denim can be very boxy looking, and this trend is just something that is going to be very hard for my body type. So for me, if I want to wear something more cropped, I'm going to go more for that straight leg crop jean, or maybe that skinny straight jean that I talked about previously. Now, the last three trends are denim trends, but they are not your typical jean trends that I want to talk about. Now, the first one, we are seeing it come back out this year, and it is the longer kind of jort or the jean short. And I know when we all hear that word, we cringe. However, again, I think if you find the right cut for your body, you can make this work. Now, for me personally, I tend to do best if I'm going to wear a jean short. I'm not wearing a super short jean short, but a long one can also make me look very hippie. So I have to personally, with a jean short, find a length that is not too short or not too long. Now, I will say I have seen some images online that are stunning for these jean shorts or jorts that are the longer version. It is very elegant, very pretty. However, we are talking about my hippie body type. This is not going to be something that works for me. So I am going to stay within my own style and wear those jean shorts that are not super short, but are not super long, that hit right past where my hips are, because that then creates a little bit more dimension in my body. The next trend is the denim maxi skirt. Now, I had purchased what I would say is a denim midi skirt 2 summers ago during the Nordstrom anniversary sale, and I loved the length of it. However, the one I picked up was just a little weird fitting. It fit through the hips, but it was a little too like bulky in through the waist. It made me look like I had a little bulge in the front, so I did send that back. I have been looking since that point for a good jean midi skirt for my body that has a slit more to the side than in the front. I need to find one that fits properly, and I have just not been able to find that. Now, I have been seeing a lot of the denim maxi skirts on Pinterest, and the maxi skirt is something that if I'm gonna wear, I personally prefer it not to be in a denim. I like it in a linen or something of that feel. I have one from, oh gosh, was it Jay McLaughlin or Tuckernuck? One of the two that is a longer off-white one. And then I have some linen longer maxi skirts that have that slit in them. I do love a good maxi skirt in the summer. It's so easy to throw on with a more fitted top and a jean jacket. I've worn maxi skirts over the years. However, for me, a denim maxi skirt just feels very heavy. So I think I'm gonna stick with looking for that midi skirt version that's more of kind of a fitted look for my body type. Now, the last part I wanna talk about is a denim dress. I've been seeing a lot of denim dress images kind of coming across my feed lately. I really like the look of some of them. I have some that are more your chambray than a true kind of denim. And I think I'm okay with just sticking with that and not purchasing a true denim dress. I don't really feel like that's a hole in my wardrobe, so I'm okay with not looking for a true denim dress and just wearing what I have. But with already owning that, I don't feel like I have that hole in my wardrobe. So those are all of the denim trends that I have been seeing coming up for the spring and what I think of them. I hope this video inspired you to take a look at your own closet, see if you have any of these items already there and how you would incorporate these trends with what you already own in your wardrobe in for spring and summer coming up this year. So I hope that helped you out, and have a great weekend.